top of it. Yeah, this video right here is concerning the red pill. And the reason why it's concerning the red pill, because I won't say been in this space, but I've been hearing the red pill terminology loosely used as this relates to women or relates to the world. And just like Morpheus, I'm going to say it like this. What if I told you, that the thing you thought you took the red pill was actually poison? So now, to give us a frame of reference for what I'm about to say, I'm about to give you the actual dialogue between Brother Morpheus and Neo as it relates to the red pill. Fair use.
It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
That's it. So due to what Morpheus explained, most of these red pill content creators are really blue pill. Well, I say are really blue pill. Just like Morpheus explained, you can believe what you want to believe. He said that, we're all in this prison and, you need to know the truth about the prison. Well, if it's about women, if the red pill about women, you're not in a prison when it comes to a woman. Because there's a choice not to deal with the woman. However, just like he explained that the prison that we in, that we can't see, feel, taste, or touch, you really can't escape it. And that is the system or the parameters of a country that we in, and the prison that we built ourselves. We are. That's why we can't escape it, because we are the inmate, the guard, and the warden of our own prison. So that's another conversation for another day. So what is this red pill about women? Who didn't know what mystery that about women that the individual didn't know about? Whoever seen a woman, dealt with a woman. In matter of fact, I'm going to say it like this. Whoever came up around poor women, or like myself, I came up around attractive women that men want to have sex with a lot. So I know what it do. I know what a woman would do. I know for love, a woman would set a man up to get robbed. I know for selfishness, a woman would marry a man and really, him being blind, he not paying attention because she putting sex on this man. really giving herself a pension. The man can't see it because love is so good. So if a man chooses to keep the wool over his eyes, because a lot of guys really ain't hip to this information. A lot of guys who was raised by good parents been together 40, 50 years. This type of content doesn't apply to them. And also, if if they vetted the woman that they're with, then this don't apply to them. See, the red pill really only applies to a bunch of individuals who doesn't have a parameter, or really don't want to take the effort in vetting women in order to be with them. What they would do, they would complain about what, especially BWs, the sisters are doing financially, what the sisters are doing politically, and what the sisters are doing socially. Now, for whatever reason, a man's financial, political, and social doings is of no consequence to a woman, because the fact that the matter is, it all comes back to a woman. Now, if people saying, well, Kevin Samuels will tell men and tell women that a man don't need a woman. Well, some men may not, but the world do. If it wasn't for a woman, we wouldn't have new model cars. We wouldn't have none of these apps. You damn sure wouldn't have dating apps. You didn't have porn. Matter of fact, if the world without women, it'd be just like a world. It would be a world just like being locked up in the penitentiary. It'd be just like the penitentiary. Basic food, clothing, shelter. That's it. You wouldn't have a need for a barber. You wouldn't have a need for a financial planner. You wouldn't have a need. You have to pay your taxes, but you wouldn't have a need for 75% of the extra stuff that we use. So, for an individual, and let me say this. Let's get red pill, quote unquote, about black men. Since we're going to go there. Black men or brothers are consistently putting the responsibility of their communities on somebody else. Now, if you don't believe me, listen to the talking points. It's the woman is the reason why we got hoodlums. It's the woman is the reason why, you understand me? The community, which they don't live in, by the way, they live in the community with the white man. They talk about the community that they don't live in. Well, it's the woman's fault. Well, the woman put the man out the house. Well, how can you put a man out of his house if it's a mortgage and you're not renting? See, the man got together with that woman. The man chose that woman. The man chose to have sex with that woman. The man chose to give that woman babies. Now, for those who may say, well, it was her, man. She could have had an abortion. She could have protected herself too, wore a condom too. Well, let me tell you like this. This is some deeper red pill for you. What the woman could have did, had the babies. Let's say she got 4 babies, ranging from the ages of 4 to a couple of months. What she could have did was took those babies down to the hospital and to a police station and walked out. Walked out. No questions asked. Who are they? Signed no parental rights and left. And so my question is, if the kids are left to fend for themselves, the mother don't get them, Because I've been in situations, or I've seen situations where I had to call the father. The father, the father don't want nothing to do with those kids. And they there for the take. You ain't got to go down there and pick them up. No questions asked. See, no questions asked. But they don't want the responsibility of a baby. Since you don't want the responsibility of the baby, and the mother don't want the responsibility of the baby, then what? Well, it's the mother. No, yeah, you guys speaking from a position of ignorance. If you say that the community is strictly on black women, you are speaking from a position of ignorance, because it takes a man to make the baby. The baby's not brought by storks. And I'm gonna say this: be glad that the single mother, your mother, single mother, poor, whatever the case may be, did not take you down there to the hospital and leave you there. Didn't take you to the police station and leave you there. Didn't take you to the fire station and leave you there, and left you to fend for yourself. See, y'all. This is what men need to hear. Yeah, men need to take more responsibility for their own actions. And let's get them a little more red pill. Let's face it, the only people who love a black man is a black woman, because the black man is the last one hired, first one fired, and really not a dependable provider for his family. You may say, well, it's plenty of people that can provide, have a job, doing well. Black men, middle class, doing well. But let's look on the flip side to that. Black men leading heart disease, high cholesterol, diabetes, not physically active, and on top of that, a traffic stop can be your last day. Huh? A traffic stop, a speeding ticket. Now, if you say, well, no, well, I'll tell you what. If you're not lying, put in the comments, whenever you get pulled over by a cop, your stomach don't drop just a little bit? Huh? But another time for another day. So all these things really is, really is, it's not going against it, but it is the reality of most black men. Now, let's get a little bit more red pill. Not red pill, I'm just finna do a little roasting. These red pill content creators really want competition among black men. The so-called high value male thing was strictly competition among black men. Why is that? It's $100,000 a year. Now, if they were white, 100,000 is easy. But a black man making 100,000, that's something to be praised. I heard one jabroni say he expect worship. A black man making $100,000 a year expect worship from his woman. Well, let me tell that brother something. It's just among black men. Just like saying that black men are incapable of doing what white men do. Black men should expect, and black women should expect less. Yeah, black women should, I watched the Super Bowl yesterday. Shouts out to the LA Rams. The field from end zone to end zone is 120 yards. But let individuals explain it. They would be like, well, the white man got to go 100 yards. Black men just got to go from the 20-yard line to the other 20-yard line. Let them score. Well, black men got the same opportunity. If to get off that BS, on this white supremacy BS, you get off that, you can soar high. Now, if that, because I've been knowing individuals, people, a group of people we were making 100,000 for years. great money for years. So this, the average black man makes 40,000. Says who? These quotes that really shed black people in a negative light. You really need to do your own analysis. Average black person makes 40,000. That's taking into account the individual in prison that's not making a dime. That's accounts for the elderly who's on a fixed income. That accounts for 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. So if it's from, they don't break it down in age bracket. They don't break it down from 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45. They don't break it down like that. They just said the average black man start from 15 all the way up to about 70. So anything to make black men look bad, anything to make black women feel bad and make them look bad amongst the world, in which really black women have the obligation of victim privilege and black men don't. Anything to make a black man look bad, it's going to happen. The system has never, ever, even entertainment, basically entertainment, because the TV is grab the mind of other people. Media has never intentionally, well, there's a few of them, never is not intended to make the black man shine in a strong light. Because there's a need for a permanent underclass for capitalism to work. Now, because there was blackface in the early 30s and 40s, you had blaxploitation movies that shed the light or put most of the main characters with the drug dealer pimps. This goes all the way to the 80s and 90s, and now we have slave movies that reminds all black people that you was indentured service. You had Eyes on the Prize, where it showed black men getting their head bust just to eat the white only pies. So there has never, ever been a medium that shows black men being strong or taking up for themselves. Now you may say, well, the Civil War. They having TVs during the Civil War. The Revolutionary War, they didn't have a TV. So until black men can collectively have a show of strength to the world, we'll forever be laughed at. We will forever. Our women don't. I don't say they don't have a reason to respect us, but they do have a reason to look at us side-eyed. So, with that being said, I'm through babbling. I got to go to it to get to it. I got to go to my job. I got a job. So, like, comment, subscribe. I hope I didn't talk y'all ear off again. That red pill that the manosphere is giving is poison. It's not a red pill. See, it's not a red pill. It's y'all, and hear y'all talk, man. Y'all eat Michaelites. Yeah. Single mothers. Shoot, that woman can leave them babies at the hospital and go on about her business. She ain't even got to get an abortion. Leave the babies at the hospital. Go on, live her life. Ain't nothing said. And FYI, most black babies don't get adopted. Keeping it real. Most black babies don't get adopted. So When y'all talking about this, and if they do get adopted, and y'all say, well, single mothers, well, be thankful for those single mothers because they do it. Whoever raised those babies are doing something and taking on something that the black man is a lot of times, not all the time, because we do have a lot of most black fathers who really taking care of their business. Most of them. It's just that the lames tend to focus on the ones who don't, and they project that on to the masses of individuals on YouTube to cover up their own inept inaction. So with that being said, thanks for y'all time. Talk to y'all later.